Some animals are so strange that they seem like a mistake of nature. One fish walks on land, others can turn themselves into living bridges, and one of them can reverse its own aging. But the most surprising fact is waiting for us at the end. Let's start with a fish that decided to leave the water. This fish forgot that it is a fish. Most fish spend their entire lives in water. Without water, they quickly die. But this fish regularly comes onto land. It uses its fins almost like legs. With them, it moves across mud and rocks. Some of them can spend several hours out of water at a time, and they get oxygen not only from water but directly from the air as well. You would think that a fish walking on land should already be the strangest animal in this video. But the next animal can do something that seems even more impossible. It calmly walks where most animals would fall. These goats walk where it is almost impossible to stand. At first glance, the surface in front of them looks almost vertical. But for mountain goats, such cliffs are a normal part of life. They climb them in search of food and safety. Some of them stand on ledges only a few centimeters wide. Below them can be hundreds of meters of empty space. One mistake could end in a fall. The secret is in their hooves. They have a hard outer edge for grip and a soft inner part that helps them stay secure even on very uneven surfaces. That is why they can stand where most animals would not even be able to keep their balance. But even the ability to walk on nearly vertical cliffs seems quite ordinary compared to the next fact, because the next animal starts communicating before it is even born. These eggs are communicating with each other. It usually seems that before birth, chicks know nothing about the world around them. But while still inside the egg, they begin making quiet sounds. The chicks in nearby eggs hear these signals and respond. They cannot see each other, they cannot touch each other, but they still exchange information through the shell. Scientists believe that this helps them coordinate their hatching. Because of these signals, many chicks hatch at roughly the same time. It means that their first communication begins before they are even born. But even that seems fairly ordinary compared to the next animal, because it is willing to literally turn its own body into part of a road for others. Some ants can become part of the road itself. When a column of ants reaches an obstacle, something unusual happens. Some of the ants simply stop moving. They lock themselves together and form a living structure. Thousands of other ants immediately begin moving across it. From a distance, it looks as though the colony is building a bridge from its own bodies. The most surprising thing is that this bridge is not permanent. As soon as it is no longer needed, the ants start moving again. The bridge literally takes itself apart and disappears without a trace. For the colony, a single ant can sometimes become part of something much larger. But even a living bridge does not seem as strange as the next creature, because the next animal can lose most of its body and still continue living. Most animals cannot lose part of their body without serious consequences, but a starfish lives by completely different rules. If it loses an arm, it can grow a new one over time. That alone already sounds unusual, but some species can do much more. Sometimes a single remaining part of the body is enough to eventually form a new starfish. It is as if the animal literally rebuilds itself. This process takes a long time and requires a huge amount of energy, but the ability itself seems almost unbelievable. What would be the end for most creatures can become a new beginning for a starfish. But even the ability to grow a new body is not the strangest fact in this video, because the next animal can do something even more unusual. All living creatures grow old, at least that is how it seems. But there is a jellyfish that can break this rule. When it suffers serious damage or faces unfavorable conditions, something remarkable happens. Instead of continuing to age, it begins returning to an earlier stage of its development. Its life cycle effectively starts over again. It becomes young once more and starts growing again. Scientists have been studying this process for many years, because among known animals, it is one of the most unusual phenomena ever discovered. Of course, this does not make the jellyfish completely invulnerable, but the ability to reverse its own aging sounds like science fiction. And yet, It really happens in nature. But even after that, one more incredible fact awaits us. Because the final animal hides a secret that very few creatures on Earth possess. Octopuses are already considered some of the most unusual animals on the planet. But another surprising feature is hidden inside their bodies. An octopus does not have one heart, or even two. It has 3 hearts. 2 of them are responsible for pumping blood through the gills. The third supplies blood to the rest of the body. But the strangeness does not end there. When an octopus swims actively, its main heart temporarily stops working. That is why these animals prefer moving along the seabed rather than constantly swimming. It means that inside an octopus, there is an entire system of hearts, each performing its own task. And that is yet another reminder of how unusual life on our planet can be. Some animals walk on land, others become living bridges, and some can even reverse their own aging. But perhaps the most surprising fact is that all of this really exists.